This presentation provides an overview of the Victorian Auditor-General's report, follow-up of selected 2012-13 and 2013-14 performance audits. This report forms part of our follow-up audit program, where we assess agency progress in implementing recommendations from selected audits. In this report, we examined agency progress in addressing recommendations from 2 audits tabled in 2013, management of freshwater fisheries and managing Victoria's native forest timber resources. Our follow-up identified that some important improvements have been made across both audits, but that agency's progress in addressing many of our recommendations has been slow, particularly for the timber audit. While sustainable resource management is a challenge, the agencies need to do further work to better secure the health and use of Victoria's fisheries and timber resources for current and future generations. Victorians greatly value our freshwater recreational fisheries, and the state derives considerable economic benefit from them. Our 2013 audit assessed whether freshwater fisheries were being managed in an ecologically sustainable way that protects and conserves fisheries, habitats, and supporting ecosystems for future generations. In the original audit, we found that the responsible agency had not adequately considered or addressed legislative objectives for the ecological sustainability of freshwater fisheries. It had not supported its management decisions with robust information, nor had it developed clear objectives and comprehensive performance measures. We made 9 recommendations to the responsible agency, which back then was the Department of Primary Industries and is now the Victorian Fisheries Authority, VFA. Since the original audit, VFA has completed 2 of the 9 recommendations it was responsible for and is making progress on the remaining 7. VFA's new draft Freshwater Fisheries Management Plan addresses many of the weaknesses that were inherent in its management planning approach in 2013, including a stronger focus on sustainability. It has also put significant effort into collecting robust data to understand fisheries and inform its management decisions. It is also engaging more with natural resource managers. Natural resource managers are responsible for managing resources such as land, water, plants, and animals, including how people interact with them. VFA has defined new outcomes and objectives for freshwater fisheries, although it has not yet developed a comprehensive performance reporting framework, including performance measures and indicators. VFA has not yet finalized its key management plans, and the harvest strategy that sets out a fishery's overall objectives, performance indicators, and triggers for management action is still 5 years away. VFA needs to complete these to drive the further sustainability improvements needed. In our follow-up, we made 1 further recommendation to VFA, which was that it needs to prioritize the timely development of its harvest strategy and engage with fishery stakeholders to collect robust and scientific data. Native forest timber harvesting is allowed in Victoria's 3 million hectares of state forest. The average annual area harvested over the last 5 years has been around 3,000 hectares. Forests have many other values in addition to timber. These include supporting biodiversity and clean water supplies, as well as providing cultural and recreational values. Our 2013 audit examined whether the native forest timber resources on public land were being managed productively and sustainably to optimize timber use, protect forest values, and support regional communities. In our original audit, we found that the responsible agencies had not adequately set sustainability goals, objectives, and performance measures, and identified areas where harvesting could occur and the sustainable harvest level. They had also not effectively managed regeneration and delivered the management actions needed to protect forest values. Further, their planning of future options and direction for the timber industry was inadequate. For our follow-up of the original timber audit, we audited 3 responsible agencies: the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning, which we refer to as DELP, the Department of Economic Development, Jobs, Transport and Resources, which we refer to as DEGITA, and Vic Forests. In 2013, DELP and DEGITA's responsibilities were undertaken by the Department of Environment and Primary Industries. In 2013, we made 11 recommendations, but 2 were split between agencies, making 13 that we followed up on. Only 2 of these had been completed since the original audit, and there were 5 incomplete recommendations for which the agencies intended no further action. The agencies have delivered some key improvements in responding to our 2013 audit recommendations. These include the improvements Vic Forest has made in planning sustainable harvest levels, the increase in DELP's seed store, and DEGITA's initial efforts to survey its regeneration backlog area and determine how much may need regenerating. DELP has also improved its use of research to inform biodiversity management actions, as well as adopting a revised risk-based approach to its compliance activities. This includes its annual audits of Vic Forest's compliance with harvesting regulations. Most recommendations from the timber audit are either still in progress or not complete. DELP has not improved its process of using forest zoning to identify where harvesting can occur, and its management and protections of forest values are insufficient. Across the 3 agencies, a number of weaknesses related to regrowing harvested areas raise concerns for future regeneration success. Further, DELP has not clarified the overarching goal for state forest management. DEGITA does not have a strategic plan for the timber industry, and has not had one since 2014. It needs to develop one to strengthen the industry's resilience to potential future challenges. All 3 agencies need to complete further work to fully address the 2013 recommendations, and we have made 2 additional recommendations to DELP to review forest zoning and set a goal for state forest management in collaboration with DEGITA. For further information, please see the full report of this audit on our website www.audit.vic.gov.au.